So I got a couple quick, fast questions for you to wrap up if you're okay with that.
Definitely.
The questions are fast, but the answers may not be.
Have you been listening to it? Yeah. It's clearly like, this guy never shuts up.
I didn't mean like that. I meant like I always assume this section is going to go quickly, but then I'm like, wait, tell me more. I'm like, Russ, shut it. Keep going.
Try to be quick.
Okay, how many layers is too many layers in a track?
I mean, I get to the point sometimes where my computer doesn't work anymore. And that's, I guess, when the layers are too many.
I love that. Most memorable city that you've visited in your tours?
Berlin popped into my mind immediately. I love Berlin. Germany is really cool. There's lots. New Orleans is sick. Austin.
I haven't been to any of those cities yet, but there's still time.
Awesome.
What's the oldest piece of equipment that you still currently use?
I have an old mixer, Tascam mixer from the 90s that I love, that I record drums through and like saturate the hell out of it. I just feel like there's like something about like riding drums in the red on analog that just saturates them in like a real like thick, grimy way. I love that stuff.
And then lastly, this is an unnecessary question, but after a gig, you've brought your whole drum set, you've brought the projector, you've done it all. It went flawlessly. You take everything back in the car. What are you eating?
I'm not like a massive eater after. Like you got to understand, as a drummer, maybe some drummers do. Pizza probably is like the easiest thing for me to digest. But like it's kind of like, especially a July talk show or something, for instance, like it's like running 10K. And I know this for a fact because I had a doctor scientist lady like put all these heart monitors as she does a study on drummers, and it is like almost legitimately the same amount of calories and like heart work as running 10K. So I'm not hungry. Like you're kind of like, I don't know if you're like super hungry after you run 10K immediately. You're kind of like I need to like chill for a second. Like adrenaline's going too. Like I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, but pizza, we always have pizza. I love pizza. Pizza's easy.
Yeah, but that was cool. That was cool with it. I've always been curious about that, specifically for drummers. Like that's tough on the body.
It may not be for everyone. That's me personally. Like I feel like I just worked out, and so I just need, like, I can't eat right away.
Gotta like chill out.
Yeah.
One last question for you. Question statement. You've been published.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah.
So you have a book that just came out a little while ago.
The Beauty of Vultures.
Can we share it? Do you want to tell us all about this?
Yeah, so it's called The Beauty of Vultures, and it's a collaboration with Wendy McGrath, who is a author from Edmonton, Alberta, and her son is Eamon McGrath, who was the original guitar player for July Talk and still one of the most underrated musicians out there, in my opinion. Amazing musician. Yeah, so there's a period where I like very into birding and nature and all that stuff. There might have been a summer where I did a lot of mushrooms that kind of sparked that. I started seeing like a lot of man-made things as just like what they are, like fake, and I wanted to connect more with nature. Very hippie, shroomy crap. But that's what happened. So I like got out and I got a camera. I like did a lot of bird photography and took it from an angle that was more art driven. So like I wanted to do photos that you could hang on a wall as art. And Wendy at one point on Facebook like reached out. She's like, I want to write poems to your photos. And I was skeptical at first because she is in her 60s and I wasn't really sure how, like what, if it would be like folky, you know what I mean? If the mediums
would match kind
of thing.
Well,
it's just like, is this going to be kind of like cheesy and like folky, whatever? But obviously go ahead and do it. Like, that's great. And then she sent back the first poem and I read, I was like, holy crap, this is like dark and like really interesting and has, she's a wealth of knowledge of writing and poetry and art history and history in general, war, whatever, just like and music. Like she has so much knowledge that my pictures were inspiring her and like taking her to a place that reminded her of maybe like a painting from the 1800s, whatever. And she would write these cool poems about it. And that's what this book became. It took us a while to get published. I think we started working on this in like 2017, 16, 17, like a long time ago. But she was persistent. It's obviously like a bit of a niche, weird book that publishers weren't super like, this is kind of weird like concept of bird photography poetry book. I think but it's definitely got like a punky vibe to it. It definitely fits the aesthetic I live within.
This is the kind of book that like I would want to have out for people to, because even the Beauty of Vultures, it's like actually like, you know, a lot of people think of vultures as, you know, an ugly bird.
Vultures are my favorite bird. They're fascinating.
They're huge.
That's kind of where the title a little bit and the photo, but yeah, it's not something I ever thought would happen. It's kind of like out of left field, but very proud of it. And we've done a few readings for people, and they all like the feedback. I haven't been to a ton of poetry or book readings in my life. The feedback that I've been getting from those is that like, that was one of the most interesting ones I've ever been to. And I think,
but maybe probably because you haven't been to many of them.
Well, that's
the
thing is like
doing,
maybe there's like this part like performance-y type of thing that I take from music. I want to try to like entertain people in a way, and so does Wendy. She's like an amazing reader, and she reads the poems, and we talk about it and discuss. You know, it's like
and you drag your drums out, and you're like, no.
I mean, there was thoughts of doing that type of thing, like adding more of a musical performance to it. But it never panned out yet. Yeah. I've been too busy working on the other stuff. Doesn't mean it won't. So yeah, the book's really cool. I recommend checking it out. Like, I'm very proud of it.
If you don't know where to get it, if you go online, you can't find it, message Danny.
Yeah. You can message me on Instagram, Danny PT Miles, or it's at Newest Press.
Sorry, Newest?
Newest, Newest
Press. We'll put a thing.
Yeah.
So people can get it. Danny, this is,
let's make sure
one last time.
Yeah. New West.
It's cool that I didn't know that it started with the photos and then it was like photos.
Yeah, so she was inspired by it. It's cool.
Love it.